When did you have to betray your own twin? I was 18 when my mom made us decide which twin got a future. She had all these papers spread out everywhere. Bank statements, medical bills. Dad just stared at his coffee getting cold. They had something to tell us about college. Dad got cancer 2 weeks after we got our acceptance letters. I got into pre-med. My twin Vivian to MIT engineering. Insurance wouldn't pay for the good treatment, the one that actually works. Parents already sold everything, borrowed from grandma. All that was left was the college fund. After they took out what they needed, there was only enough for one of us to go to college. The other one would have to figure it out alone. Mom said we had to choose by Monday. I felt sick. Here's the thing. We both worked so hard for this. I studied till 3 a.m. every night since middle school. Perfect grades, perfect SAT. Volunteered at the hospital every weekend while my friends went to parties. I've wanted to be a doctor since grandma died. Held her hand in the hospital and promised I'd help people like her. Vivian was the same, but with robots and computers. Built her first computer at 7. Won every science fair. Already had Boeing and SpaceX sending her internship offers. That first night, we sat on her bedroom floor eating cold Chinese food straight from the containers. She kept saying I should take the money. I kept saying she should. We weren't fighting. We were both trying to lose. By Wednesday, things got weird. I heard Mom on the phone with my aunt saying, Vivian's got that MIT brain. She'll figure something out. But Veronica needs this for med school. Then 2 hours later, Dad was in the garage telling Uncle Kyle that I was tough enough to handle loans, and Vivian was too sensitive for that kind of debt. They were picking favorites, and they weren't even picking the same kid. Thursday, I lost it. Vivian left her laptop open to military engineering scholarships. 4 years active duty for full MIT ride. Our cousin Pete came back from Afghanistan all messed up. Can't handle 4th of July anymore. Vivian can't even handle fireworks. But there she was Googling, what is boot camp like at 2 a.m. I wanted to scream at her. For like 10 seconds, I actually hated her. Why couldn't she just take the money? Why did she have to be so perfect? Why did we have to be twins? My friend Charlotte called me out at lunch, said I looked dead. I told her everything. She just said, that's so effed up, and we sat there. What else was there to say? Friday, I found military medical scholarships. HPSP, full ride plus living expenses. 4 years active duty after. I threw up just reading about basic training. I hate running, hate guns, hate being yelled at. But Vivian was literally watching YouTube videos about surviving boot camp in her room. Saturday, our rich aunt posted Cancun photos on Facebook. Mom commented, must be nice. Aunt wrote back, maybe the girls should have applied to state schools. Mom blocked her. Sunday night, I filled out HPSP papers online. Monday morning, before anyone woke up, I hit submit. At breakfast, I told Vivian to take the money. She literally threw her toast at me. Started screaming that she already decided she was doing military. I showed her my phone. Application already accepted. You can't undo it, I said. She called me a effing idiot and locked herself in her room. Mom started crying. Dad said, Jesus Christ, Veronica. Vivian didn't talk to me for 3 days. Basic training sucked exactly as bad as I thought. Threw up every day for 2 weeks. Cried in the bathroom. Some girl named Penelope said I wouldn't make it. She was almost right. Vivian went to MIT. Sent me care packages with my favorite sour candy and notes saying she didn't deserve this. Her roommate tagged me in Instagram posts. Vivian winning awards, giving presentations. She looked skinny, tired. 6 months in, I finally stopped puking during PT. 1 year in, I was actually decent at the medical stuff. Turns out when someone's bleeding out, that anxiety that made me puke just turns into focus. Dad's cancer treatment worked. He made it to see Vivian present her senior thesis. I watched on FaceTime from base. She designed some medical robot thing for field hospitals, for people like me. I cried so hard. One day she showed up at my base with a check for $50,000, half of what you gave up. She ugly cried right there in the parking lot. You gave up everything. No, I said. I gave up one thing so we could both have something. Last week she texted me, remember when we thought this would destroy us? Well, it did destroy us. Just rebuilt us different.